To start 3.7. 3.7 is about when one body moves vertically down and second body moves horizontally. It is that kind of problems. Two masses 62 kg and 24 kg are attached to the ends of a string which passes over a frictionless pulley. This is frictionless pulley I have made, and these two masses which are passing over this frictionless pulley. In this case, you have to keep in mind that smaller mass moves vertically downward. Smaller mass moves vertically downward, like M1 is smaller as compared to M2, and bigger mass you have to place on the horizontal surface. First of all, this thing you have to keep in mind, because many of the students make this mistake that they take M1 here and M2 here, because the formula which have been given for this greater mass, larger mass has been placed on the horizontal surface. So as here 26 kg is a larger mass as compared to 24 kg. That's why larger mass you have to place on a horizontal surface, and smaller mass will move vertically downward. So first of all, made this diagram roughly so that you cannot get confusion when you apply the formula. So clearly here value of G will also act, because it is moving vertically downward. So value of G will act. So again you have to write down the data. M1 is 24 kg, this M1 smaller mass. M2 is 26 kg, this M2 which is on horizontal surface. Now again what he's asking to you, he's asking to you find the tension and acceleration in both the bodies. Tension and acceleration, T for tension, A for acceleration, and value of G is clearly 10 meter per second square. It is fixed value. Again, this thing you have to keep in mind. When one body is moving vertically down and second body moves on a horizontal surface, acceleration is m1g over m1 plus m2. So keep this thing in mind. I will give you a tip to remind this formula. When one body moves vertically downward, then acceleration basically producing in this side of direction, in vertical side of direction, and in vertical side of direction there is only m1. So that's why m1 is only here with a multiplication of g. So in this way you will keep this formula in mind, and down there clearly you have to divide sum of these two masses. In all the four formulas you have divided the sum of these two, m1 and m2, and here again m1 plus m2. So in this way you will keep the formula in your mind. I can repeat this again, that because vertical motion is only for m1, that's why m1 into g comes up, and down there sum of these two formulas. Now just place the values. M1 is 24, this given here. Value of g is 10, and down there you have to add up these two masses. 24 plus 26. When 24 is multiplied by 10 gives us 240. When you add 24 plus 26, answer is 50. 0 can be cancelled with this 0, giving us 24 over 5. When you divide 24 by 5, we will get 4.8 with the help of calculator. Okay, so what is 4.8? It is acceleration. So what is the unit of acceleration? Meter per second square. So write A is equals to 4.8 meter per second square. So we have found the acceleration which has been produced in this system. Okay, next is the tension. So in tension the formula is different from previous one. Notice down this formula m1 m2 over g. Down there again sum of the two formulas, two masses, m1 plus m2. So in previous tension here is 2. So also keep in mind, when one body moves down, 2 will not come. Only both masses m1 plus m2 being multiplied with the help and with the value of g. 2 does not come here, but 2 come in the previous formula when both the bodies move. One body moves vertically down, other moves vertically up. That's why 2 comes. But here in tension 2 will not come. So it is easy way to keep in mind the formula. Okay, if you have written the formula correctly and rightly, then just put the values. M1 is 24, we know. M2 26, you have to multiply with this. Value of G is 10. You also have written here G, you know the value of G is 10. Now add these two masses, 24 plus 26. when you multiply all these values, we will get this 6240 over 50. 0 can be cancelled with this 0. Now divide with the help of calculator 624 over 5. We will get this 124.5 Newton, because it is tension, and as you know, tension is a kind of force. So that's why unit of tension is Newton. But in the book they have written in the rounded form, in whole number. In whole number you can round this like this, 125 Newton. So both the answers are right if you written this one or if you have written this one. So that's the end of this miracle.